Hello children, welcome to next video of chemistry. Here in this video we discuss chapter number 6, air and atmosphere. Take out page number 96. Air and atmosphere. What is the meaning of air? Air means all gases present in our surrounding. Atmosphere is a layer of gases. Layer of gases around the earth is called as a atmosphere. Now, layer of gases means this atmosphere is held to the earth, means it is held to our planet by one force. That force is called as Earth's gravity. Underline what is Earth's gravity. This is force with which this atmosphere, which is a layer of gases, held to our planet Earth. First topic that we discuss is air is present everywhere around us. Now, air is present everywhere around us. For example, if we take any one container, that is empty container. Now, container is not actually empty. That container appears to us only empty, but actually one thing is present in that empty container, and that is what? That is air only. Okay, now beta, you will just see in your surrounding many things are present. Many things like bed, chair, table, then desk, can be your book. Many things are there. Okay, these all are solid in state. If we talk about water, water is liquid in state. Okay, now these all things occupy space. So we came to know that there we are having a something present. But if we talk about air, we think that if there is nothing present, it means that air is also not there. But in actual beta, air is everywhere. Air is everywhere where nothing is present according to us. Okay, so what we see over here, that is air is present everywhere around us, even in a empty container. Even in a empty container also. Now to show air is present everywhere, even in an empty container, we do one activity. So for this you have to take one glass only, and take one tub filled with water. Now try to put this glass inside the water, means that you have to take this glass in inverted position. Okay, that is the open mouth of this glass should be facing downward. Now when you apply force on this glass and you will try to put this glass inside water, then you will not be able to put it in beta. It will come out again and again. You will apply force, it will again come up. Okay, now why? Because inside this glass already air is present. So when you apply pressure on this glass, then water present in this tub will not go inside, because air is already present inside. Now what you do beta, you have to tilt this glass, and you will see that as soon as you tilt this glass, all water will rush into the glass, and the air present inside the glass will come out, and you will see bubbles of air. Bubbles of air. You can see these are bubbles of air, and these bubbles are coming out because now water started going inside the glass. Okay, so like this way we show that if we take any empty container, in that empty container one thing is present, and that is the air. That is the air. In actual, what is air? Firstly, idea for this given by John Mayer in 1674. According to John, air is a mixture of two gases. One gas is called as active air, underline, and another gas is called as inactive air. Now later, active air named as oxygen and inactive air named as nitrogen. According to John only air is a mixture of two gases, but nowadays we know air is a mixture of many gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, dust particles and many impurities. Composition of air changes from place to place. It is not constant. Not constant means is changing from place to place, from time to time. For example, if we talk about plain areas, we are having more availability of air. Composition of air is more. If we talk about high altitude, composition of air is less. If we talk about green belt, then amount of carbon dioxide is less while amount of oxygen is more. But if we talk about highly populated areas like cities or industrial areas, amount of oxygen is less while carbon dioxide is more. Okay, so composition of air is not constant everywhere. Composition of air is different on different places. So different components of air, beta, they retain their properties. So that's why air is a mixture. Why air is a mixture? Because different components of air retain their properties. Now another reason for mixture, that is the properties of air represents average properties of its components. Average properties of components, and these components can be easily separated by any physical method. Physical method like fractional distillation. Now we study what is composition of air. In air, many gases are present like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, inert gases. Inert gases like helium, neon, argon, krypton. These are rare gases and these are stable gases. Water vapor, dust particles and impurities. Now, nitrogen present is 78%, oxygen 21%, carbon dioxide 0.03%, inert gas is 0.9%, water vapor variable, dust particles also variable and impurities also variable. Variable means their amount is not constant in air. Okay, amount is different. Now you will do this activity. Allow sunlight to enter a dark room by opening the door or window slightly. What do you see, beta? You will see scattered light. Okay, this scattered light is because of dust particles present in air. Means that impurity is present in air. You can see in this pie chart also, amount of nitrogen present in air is more than oxygen, and of inert gases like argon is less. Then only 0.1% presence of other gases like carbon dioxide, water vapor, impurities and dust particles. Now we study all components one by one: nitrogen, oxygen and water vapor. First of all, nitrogen, it controls the effect of oxygen in atmosphere. Beta, like you all know, oxygen supports combustion. Okay, and this nitrogen controls the effect of oxygen. Means that if nitrogen present, then what will happen? We know that if oxygen present will be more, then rate of combustion will be more. Rate of combustion means that the speed of combustion will be more. Burning will be more. But if along with oxygen, nitrogen also present, then nitrogen dilute the activity of oxygen. Means that nitrogen decrease or it will reduce rate of combustion. Means that it controls the effect of oxygen in the atmosphere. Rate of oxidation also, it control all the speeds wherever oxygen plays role. So rate of oxidation, rate of respiration, rate of digestion, where rate means speed. We talk about properties of nitrogen. Nitrogen is colorless, odorless and tasteless gas, slightly soluble in water. Means only less amount of nitrogen dissolve in water. Non-supporter of combustion. Nitrogen contains two allotropic forms of solid. Means it exists in two forms. Nitrogen gas can be converted into liquid state. How? We apply pressure on nitrogen gas and it is converted into a liquid state. And liquid state appears same as that of the water. Now what are uses of nitrogen? First of all, nitrogen used in packaging pre-cooked and pre-roasted ready to eat food items. Also used for manufacturing fertilizers. Also used in refrigerator for freezing food items, used as a refrigerant in refrigerator. Nitrogen react with oxygen and water, means that nitrogen present in environment and oxygen also present in environment, means in air. Now these two gases react with water, that is the rainwater, and will give a new compound. It will form a new compound, that is the nitric acid. Nitric acid. Now this nitric acid present in rain, and that rain is called as the acid rain. Which acid is present in acid rain? Nitric acid. How this acid is obtained? Nitrogen of air plus oxygen of air and water of rain will produce a nitric acid. Now beta, this nitric acid present in acid rain, when will come in contact with soil? In soil we are having calcium carbonate, so these two will react and will give a nitrogenous compounds, and these nitrogenous compounds used to form nitrogenous fertilizers. Nitrogenous fertilizers. Fertilizers, these are compounds used to increase fertility of soil. So this acid rain, when will mix with soil, then these fertilizers are formed and will help in the growth of plant. Here in demonstration 2, we will prove that nitrogen gas is present in air. First of all, take one tub filled with water and place one wide-mouthed bottle containing air inside the tub, this bottle. After that, take one deflagrated spoon. This is a deflagrated spoon, this spoon. In this spoon, put some lumps of phosphorus and ignite these lumps of phosphorus. Now, lower this spoon in a bottle and seal the opening of this bottle. Now, you will see that beta, this phosphorus will burn over here and it will take all oxygen present inside the bottle, because during burning oxygen is taken. Okay, so after this we will do what? We will put one candle, one burning candle inside the tub, and we will see that candle gets extinguished. Why? Because all oxygen taken by burning phosphorus. So no oxygen left, that's why this candle extinguishes. Now after that we will put some amount of lime water in the tub, and we will see that this lime water will not turn milky. Why it will not turn milky? Because lime water will react with carbon dioxide and turn milky. If it is not turning milky, it means that carbon dioxide is not present inside. So what is present inside this jar? That is the only one which is a nitrogen, So like this way we can show that air contain nitrogen gas. Next component of air is oxygen, which is the most active constituent of air. What are properties of oxygen? Colorless, odorless and tasteless gas. Slightly soluble in water, means partially soluble in water. Oxygen is an incombustible gas, but it supports combustion. Oxygen is heavier than air. What are uses of oxygen? Oxygen in air used by living beings for respiration. Like we all take oxygen in. Okay, we all breathe in oxygen only. In hospitals, this oxygen is given as artificial respiration to patients. It is also used for welding and cutting metals, also used for preparing explosives and for preparation of germicides and insecticides used to kill germs and insects. It is also used for the formation of ozone. Now ozone having formula O3 and oxygen having formula O2. So this O3 is prepared from O2. Here we discuss one question. Mountain climbers, miners and divers carry cylinders of oxygen with them. Why? Because beta, as we go at high altitude, amount of oxygen decreases, and also as we go in depth, amount of oxygen decreases. Amount of oxygen or amount of gases is maximum only on the surface of earth. As we go down or as we go at height, amount decreases. So that's why mountain climbers, miners and divers carry cylinders of oxygen with them. Here in experiment number 1, we prove that oxygen gas is present in air. For this, first of all, take one tub filled with water and place one burning candle inside the tub. Now, place one inverted gas jar upon this burning candle, and you will see that this burning candle will extinguishes. Now, why it extinguishes? Because firstly, it will take all amount of oxygen present inside the gas jar, and after that, when no oxygen left, then this candle will extinguishes. Okay, so like this way we prove that oxygen gas is present in air and is required for burning or is required for combustion. Next important component of air is carbon dioxide, which is present in atmosphere and absorbed by green plants for photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? This is process by which green plants prepare their food using carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight. What are properties of carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide is colorless and odorless gas. This gas is slightly sour in taste. Now why it is sour in taste? Because when this gas mix in moisture present on our tongue, it form a acid, and all acid having a sour taste. That's why this carbon dioxide is sour in taste. Now sour taste is is a taste same as that of the taste of orange or lemon. This carbon dioxide is heavier than air and sparingly soluble in water like oxygen and nitrogen. Now what are uses of carbon dioxide? Used by plants for photosynthesis. It's a non-supporter of combustion, that's why used in fire extinguishers. Carbon dioxide used in purification of cane sugar and also used in aerated drinks. Aerated drinks like cold drinks. Okay, in cold drink we know that fizz is present. That fizz is nothing but a carbon dioxide gas. Carbon dioxide gas having formula CO2. One carbon atom, two oxygen atoms. Now we show that air contains carbon dioxide. For this you have to take one test tube filled with lime water. What is lime water? This is a mixture of one compound, that is the calcium hydroxide in water. What is lime water? This is a calcium hydroxide plus water. Now we have to take lime water in test tube and we will put two straws in this test tube. One should be a longer straw and another should be a smaller one. Now longer one we have to dip and smaller one we will not dip. Now beta, we will suck through the shorter straw, and what will happen when we suck from the another straw, air will enter into the lime water. Now as soon as air will enter into the lime water, we will see that lime water turns milky. Now why this lime water turns milky beta? Because air contains carbon dioxide, CO2. Now this CO2 will react with lime water and will form a new compound. That new compound is milky. So that's why this lime water turns milky. So what will happen over here? Lime water, which is a calcium hydroxide, will react with carbon dioxide present in air and will give new compound, that is this calcium carbonate, and this calcium carbonate is milky in appearance. That's why this lime water turns milky. So like this way we prove that air contains carbon dioxide. Here we learn who discovered nitrogen. Nitrogen discovered by Daniel Rutherford in 1772. Oxygen first time discovered by Carl Wilhelm Scheele in 1772, and carbon dioxide discovered by Joseph Black in 1754. Next we talk about water vapor. Water vapor is what? This is a colorless, odorless and tasteless gaseous compound present in air. This water vapor is called as moisture. Now beta, what is humidity? Underline, this is very important. Humidity is amount of water vapor present in air. Amount of water vapor present in air called as humidity. If amount of water vapor will be more, then humidity will be more. If amount of water vapor will be less, then humidity will be less. Okay. Water vapor also called as primary greenhouse gas. Why primary greenhouse gas? Because when water evaporates from the surface of earth, it absorbs all heat and therefore it cools the surface of earth. That's why it is a primary greenhouse gas. Now we prove that air contains water vapor. For this you have to take one glass filled with ice cubes. Then just leave this glass in air for some time. After some time you will see water droplets on the outer surface of this glass. Water droplets on the outer surface. Now these water droplets are coming from where? These water droplets are coming from atmosphere, because in atmosphere water vapors are present. So when water vapors will come in contact with the cold ice, then there we will have a condensation of water vapors and they will be collected on the surface of this glass. We learn variation in composition of air means that composition of air is not constant. This is different on different places. This vary from place to place, from time to time. Now the amount of carbon dioxide is highest in cities and in closed rooms. Why? Because in cities more population, less plants, more vehicles. Then amount of water vapor more in warm air and less in cool air. Warm air contains more water vapor than cool air. Amount of oxygen at high altitude is lower and also below Earth's surface is lower, but is maximum on the plains, means maximum on the surface of Earth. As we go at height, as we go in depth decreases, maximum on the surface of Earth. We discuss now what is aerosol. Aerosol means that tiny solid particles present in air. Tiny solid particles present in air is called as aerosol. Aero means air, sol means solid particles. Solid particles present in air is called as aerosol. These solid particles can be of sand, dirt, smoke, hair, pollen, bacteria, virus, and how these dust particles introduced into air by strong winds. Importance of air for all living things. Why air is important for all living beings? Because first of all, air acts as medium of propagation of sound. Means that if there will be no air, then you people will not be able to listen me. You all are able to listen. Why? Because air is present. And all words, they are just reaching to you because of air. That air provides a medium for propagation of sound. Now air helps to dry up wet clothes faster. Air plays important role in water cycle. Due to presence of air only, bird and insect flies. Air helps in pollination of flowers and dispersal of seed. Windmill also move due to movement of air. And air is also filled in tires of vehicles for smoother movement. If there will be no air, then what we fill in tires? then there we will have no smoother movement of tires. Essential elements for plants. We studied one gas, that is the carbon dioxide, is essential for plants. Why? Because plants prepare food from carbon dioxide in the presence of sunlight, that is called as the photosynthesis. So you can see over here, this leaf having a chlorophyll pigment will trap sunlight and will take carbon dioxide from air and water given by us or water from soil. Now this carbon dioxide and water will react in the presence of sunlight and will form glucose. Glucose, which is a food of plant. This process is called as photosynthesis. Now during photosynthesis, oxygen is released into the environment. So carbon dioxide is one component of air that is essential for plants. Another is nitrogen. Nitrogen gas present in air is also essential for plants. Now we study how. Nitrogen is essential element for growth and reproduction in animals as well as plants. And this nitrogen is found in amino acid. Amino acid make up proteins and proteins present in nucleic acid. Now we talk about plants living on land. They get air from atmosphere, and aquatic plants get air from water, that is the air dissolved in water. Aquatic plants means plants inside the water. Now beta, in case of plants, we studied one process, that is the photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? During photosynthesis, carbon dioxide combined with water in the presence of sunlight. This sunlight is having energy, and that energy is trapped by chlorophyll present in leaves, that is the green pigment. So this carbon dioxide and water will convert into glucose and oxygen. This glucose is a food of plant and this oxygen is a byproduct, means this is a waste product. Now this process is called as a photosynthesis. Now beta, we see at night when process of photosynthesis does not occur. Why? Because sunlight will not be there. Then plants get oxygen for respiration from air. Means what we studied, that is the during night in case of plants we will have a respiration process instead of photosynthesis. And what is respiration? During respiration, this glucose and oxygen will combine and will produce carbon dioxide, water and energy. Now this carbon dioxide is byproduct in respiration or is a waste product. In case of photosynthesis, waste product is oxygen, and in respiration, waste product is carbon dioxide. In this paragraph, we studied that how carbon dioxide and oxygen used by plants. Now we learn how nitrogen gas used by plants. All living beings need nitrogen to build proteins because proteins are essential for growth. Plants and animals cannot use nitrogen directly from air. Then how they use? There is one bacteria called as nitrogen fixing bacteria. Underline nitrogen fixing bacteria. This bacteria fix nitrogen. This bacteria take nitrogen from air and combine it with air to form nitrates. It take nitrogen from air and combine same nitrogen with air to form nitrates. Now these nitrates are absorbed by plant root. Then plant convert these nitrates into proteins. And how animal take these proteins? Animals eat these plants and take proteins. So nitrogen is very essential element for growth of plants as well as animals. Inhaled and exhaled air. What is inhaled air? That is the air we breathe in is called inhaled air. We breathe in oxygen. What is exhaled air? Air we breathe out is called exhaled air. Which air we breathe out? That is the carbon dioxide. So inhaled air is oxygen and exhaled air is carbon dioxide in case of human beings. And what is breathing? Breathing is a process of taking air in and giving out air. Now we talk about percentage of different components present in inhaled and exhaled air. Inhaled air, oxygen 20.9%, exhaled air 17%. Carbon dioxide, inhaled air 0.034%, very less amount. Exhaled air 4%, more amount. Nitrogen, same in exhaled and inhaled, 78.1, 78.1. Water vapor, variable. Exhaled air, water vapor always high. We discuss few questions. What are main components of air? Also write down composition of air by volume. Page number 97. What happens when carbon dioxide is passed through lime water? Lime water turns milky. How can you show that air contains oxygen? Experiment number 1. What happens to you if you do not breathe in? Not possible to survive. You will die. Here we study one important thing. It is not safe to sleep under tree at night. Why? Because beta, at night, in the absence of sunlight, tree will undergo only respiration, and we know that during respiration carbon dioxide is released. So but we need only oxygen, so that's why not safe to sleep under tree at night. In next topic we study air is necessary for burning or combustion. We know that oxygen present in air is necessary for combustion because it supports combustion or burning. So any fuel like wood, coal, paper or any other fuel burn only in the presence of oxygen that is present in air. And what we will get? We will get carbon dioxide and water vapor and energy. Energy we get in the form of heat and light. So air is necessary for burning because if air will not be there, then oxygen will not be there. And without oxygen, burning is not possible because oxygen supports burning. And the rate of burning increases as the amount of oxygen available increases. Amount of oxygen will be more, rate of burning will be more. Rate of burning means that speed of burning will be more. You can see in this reaction, fuel plus oxygen give carbon dioxide, water and energy. Now this reaction or this equation is same as that of the equation of respiration. But in respiration we studied glucose plus oxygen, carbon dioxide, water and energy. In respiration instead of fuel we are having a glucose. But here in combustion we are having a fuel. Now beta, waste product here also we are having carbon dioxide and water. Now here energy we get in the form heat or light, but in case of respiration we get energy in the form of heat only. Now here we compare between combustion and respiration. Combustion is chemical process, respiration is also chemical, but this is a biological process. This occur only in living cells. This is a process which occur in environment only. Now combustion takes place at high temperature, but respiration only at a normal temperature, that is the temperature of our body, 37 degrees Celsius. Combustion is fast process and only one step process, while respiration is a slow process and a multi-step process. Combustion, most of energy produced is heat and light, but in respiration only heat energy is liberated. In combustion, oxygen is directly used, but in case of respiration, oxygen is not used directly, but oxygen only just oxidize food. Combustion is artificial process, while respiration is a natural process. So like we studied that during burning, carbon dioxide is produced. Now we do one activity to prove that burning produces carbon dioxide. Here, we will take one test tube filled with lime water. We put two delivery tubes. One should be shorter, another should be longer. Now longer one we will dip inside, shorter one we will not dip. Now here we take one burning candle and we will fix one funnel on a delivery tube. Now what will happen over here? As this candle will burn, it will release carbon dioxide gas. Now this carbon dioxide gas will go in delivery tube and will come in this lime water. Okay. So now beta, from this delivery tube we will suck, and the whole carbon dioxide obtained over here during burning will enter into the delivery tube when we suck. So it will now go into the lime water and we will see that this lime water will turn milky. Now if this lime water will turn milky, it means that carbon dioxide is produced during a burning. Okay, so like this way we show that burning produces carbon dioxide. Here you have to learn few examples of fuels like wood, coal, LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, CNG, that is the compressed natural gas. Next we study rusting. Rusting is what? This is a process of forming rust on the surface of iron. What is rust? Rust is a reddish brown colored substance known as hydrate iron oxide. Hydrate means water, iron means Fe, oxide means oxygen. So iron mixed with oxygen and moisture means water and form a new compound called rust, which is reddish brown in color, and its name is hydrate iron oxide. So what are necessary conditions for rusting? One is the oxygen, another is the moisture. Okay, so necessary conditions for rusting of iron are presence of oxygen and presence of moisture. How we prevent rusting? By painting, means we paint iron object. Greasing means we apply oil. Then electroplating means we cover iron metal with any other metal with the help of electricity. Galvanizing means we cover iron metal or iron object with zinc metal. So what is electroplating? Process of plating one metal on other metal with the help of electricity. Galvanizing is a process of applying protective zinc coating over steel or iron. Means we cover iron object with zinc by applying a coating of zinc metal. Here in next demonstration we prove that rusting not possible without air, means without oxygen and moisture. So here you have to take 3 test tubes and put iron nail in each test tube. Now in the first test tube, take some amount of cotton containing anhydrous calcium chloride and put inside the test tube A. Now beta, this anhydrous calcium chloride will absorb all the moisture present inside the test tube. Absorb all the moisture. So what we see over here, that is in test tube we are having air but not moisture. There is air but not moisture. In test tube B, put some amount of water and above water add some amount of oil. Now in this test tube we are having water but not air. In third test tube we will add some amount of tap water. Now beta, after some days we will observe that iron nail present in test tube C will rust. And these 2 iron nails, these will not rust. Why? Because in first we are having air but not moisture. So this iron nail will not rust. In second we are having moisture but not air, so will not rust. In third we are having tap water as well as oil, so this iron nail will rust because both oxygen and moisture present over here. So we prove that air and moisture, means oxygen and moisture, both are necessary for rusting of iron. Balance of gases in nature. For this plants are responsible, because in plants we are having 2 processes. One is photosynthesis, another is respiration. In photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is used and oxygen produced as a waste product. In respiration, oxygen is used and carbon dioxide is produced as a waste product. Photosynthesis possible only in the presence of sunlight, but for respiration sunlight is not necessary. Now in daytime, in case of plants, both photosynthesis and respiration occur, but speed of photosynthesis is fast while of respiration is slow. Because of faster speed of photosynthesis beta, amount of carbon dioxide taken by plants is more and amount of oxygen produced is also more. Due to slow rate of respiration, amount of oxygen taken by plants is less only and amount of carbon dioxide produced is also less. Now at night, process of photosynthesis stops because of non-availability of sunlight, and process of respiration continues. The leftover oxygen is used up and carbon dioxide is released. Means that the oxygen released during photosynthesis used by plant during night and convert into the carbon dioxide. Means carbon dioxide is released into the environment. So we studied over here that how plants help in maintaining the amount of oxygen in air, or how plant help in balancing gases in the nature. Importance of other gases. Other gases like rare gases, inert gases, helium, neon, argon, krypton. Now first of all underline, we talk about argon and neon. Argon and neon used in electric bulbs. This gas is filled in electric bulbs and colored neon electric signs. Helium is used in balloons. Krypton is used in manufacturing special camera tubes. Now we talk about nitrogen. Again, nitrogen is a non-supporter of combustion, but it controls combustion of substance by diluting the activity of oxygen. Means that if along with oxygen nitrogen will be present, then speed of combustion will be decreased because it dilute the activity oxygen. Dilute means it decrease the activity of oxygen. Now how coal is formed beta? Coal is formed from flora. Flora means dead plants and animals buried under earth crust over million of years ago. And why flora converted into coal? Because of high temperature and pressure and absence of air inside the earth. Now liquid oxygen is used to burn fuel in space rockets and missiles. What? Liquid oxygen, because oxygen only support combustion. So in space we know that air is not available, so we use liquid oxygen for burning. Now what is greenhouse effect? The increase in carbon dioxide content in air leads to increase in temperature of earth, which is a greenhouse effect. And what are greenhouse gases? These are like carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, chlorofluorocarbon. These are greenhouse gases. Now we talk about air pollution. What is air pollution? Mixing of harmful and poisonous gases in air is called as air pollution. And these harmful and undesirable substances mixed in air called as pollutants. Now we are having few examples of pollutants like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide. What are causes of air pollution? These are like mixing of particulate matter in air, means mixing of solid particles in air. Exhaust fumes of vehicles, increase in human population, cutting of trees, burning of fossil fuels, use of household chemicals without ventilation, dust storms and forest fires. Effects of air pollution: excess of carbon dioxide causes suffocation. Carbon monoxide released from automobiles, aircraft engines and space rocket is a deadly poisonous gas. Sulfur dioxide released from coal and oil cause headache, chest constriction and irritation in respiratory tract. Nitrogen oxide released from automobiles affect respiratory system and defoliation of some plants. What is defoliation? Defoliation, the premature removal of grass, is called as defoliation. Methods of reducing air pollution. Smoke precipitators should be installed at the top of all chimneys. Lead-free fuel should be used. Then vehicles should be subjected to stringent air pollution checks. Plant more and more trees. Industries should be located far away from residential area. Use public transport instead of own vehicles. Next we discuss atmosphere. What is atmosphere? Atmosphere, the layer of gases around Earth is called as atmosphere, or the air around the whole Earth is called as atmosphere. Now beta, atmosphere extends to about 100 km above the surface of Earth. Means that height of atmosphere is 100 km. Now in atmosphere we studied that many gases are present like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, inert gases, then solid particles, impurities. Along with these beta, one more gas is present, that is the ozone gas. Underline ozone gas. And this ozone gas protects us from ultraviolet solar radiations. These ultraviolet rays, these are present in a sunlight, that is the rays coming from sun, also contain ultraviolet solar radiations, and these radiations are very harmful, and this ozone layer of gas present in atmosphere absorb all ultraviolet radiations and protect us from these radiations. Now we study layers of atmosphere. We are having 5 layers of atmosphere: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Thermosphere is also called as ionosphere. You can see here we are having Earth. Troposphere, this is the layer of atmosphere where weather occur. Then stratosphere contains ozone layer. Mesosphere, this layer beta protect Earth's surface from being hit by meteors. Then thermosphere and exosphere, these are the outermost layers of atmosphere. Importance of atmosphere. Atmosphere provide us gases to survive. It prevent all heat from sun reaching Earth, and atmosphere also help in water cycle. Atmosphere forms currents due to uneven heating and motion of Earth. We discuss now few questions. Air is necessary for burning. Justify statement. Page number 104. What are the causes of air pollution? Page number 106. Give any 2 methods to reduce air pollution. Page number 107. Write 2 similarities between combustion and respiration. Page number 103 and 104. Define atmosphere. Write different layers of atmosphere. Page number 108. With this chapter is finished. Thank you.